Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the turbo hot side and the crossover pipe. And we're also going to work on the welding the wastegate to the turbo housing. This is my crossover pipe that we built so far. I decided to pull it out of the truck, be able to weld on it easier and just show you guys. But we got both manifolds. This was from the driver's side. And I had to cut this to fit through the frame, so I wanted to get it on here so I could mount my crossover pipe, make sure it's all going to work properly. And then everything's just tacked up right now, but since it's on here I'll be able to weld it solid. This flange right here is just like the stock one that comes on the manifold. I just chopped it, welded on there. Cheaper than buying a V-band, that's for sure. So far, all I have to do is weld all this up and then mount my O2 sensor up here further. With all that welding done, then I can wrap this all up after I make sure all the holes are sealed up. So I've been just welding up my hot side and a little bit of filling a couple holes on this driver's side manifold. And you can see where I patched this when I did the swap last year, but now I've developed another crack that goes along here. So I think that's just a disadvantage of welding cast. If you don't let it, if you don't heat it up and then cool it down slowly. But I'm just gonna weld it up again. And if it cracks, so oh well, who cares? So in my log manifold, I want to throw an O2 sensor in right before the flow of this passenger side bank of exhaust. So you can use I think it's like a 18 millimeter nut. I think and your O2 sensor will thread right in there. So I'm just gonna drill a hole and then use a step bit and build that up and then weld this nut on there for my O2 sensor. Okay, so I got this hole plenty big. It's not this is the biggest step bit I have, and it only goes up to 7/8, so it's not quite big enough to fit this nut, but whatever, have to make it do. So I'm just gonna weld this on there like this, but because I've had this threads mess up before, so I just wanted something to plug it with. Also makes it easier to hold, I guess. Well, that might have not been the best idea, because now all the threads are full of rubber. I think I'm gonna have to burn it out. There we go. Now the threads are all clean and should be good. Here she is. Hot side. Finally completed. Made with scrap pipe. Basically built it for free. Yeah, the only money I have into it is the wire for the welder and this T4 turbo flange I got off eBay for like $7 or something. Super cheap, basically free. Here's my exhaust side of the turbo. I showed you in a previous video this was capped off. The previous owner had welded it on there. I assume it was for a wastegate because it did have a V-band flange, but that was like wasn't salvageable, and I didn't feel like cutting a new hole, so we cut this off with a plasma cutter at work because I don't have nothing here at home to cut with, and we're going to weld this flange on here for my wastegate. I gotta clean it up a bit more. Still a bunch of slag that I gotta clean out of there. And now I'm just gonna weld this wastegate flange onto my turbo housing. So make sure you weld this on the right way so that when this sandwiches with the one on the wastegate, that it can clamp on this lip. So you gotta weld this down like that. So here she is, just tacked on there. We're gonna see what the wastegate looks on it. This is the wastegate bolted up to the flange. Actually looks pretty good. It's gonna be so much easier to run the down pipe. They'll just come out here, and then the wastegate pipe is just gonna come down into the down pipe probably. So I gotta do finish welding this up, make sure it doesn't warp. I'll probably just tack it on this side, and I'll tack it on this side, and just do that all the way around. Make sure it seals up. And I think it should work awesome.